Hi everyone, it's Shelby here. Welcome back to another Plan With Me video for my reading journal. I actually had to get a new bullet journal because I ran out of room. And I only was able to get through May with my first bullet journal. Hopefully this one will get me through the rest of the year, but I may have to get another one. I don't know. We'll see. So we're on to June, which I'm very excited about. June is my favorite month of the year. June is my birthday month, and it's my daughter's birthday month. And it's also Pride Month. So that's part of what inspired me for this month's bullet journal. I was also inspired. I was really wanting to do some sort of like 70s theme in my bullet journal, or like the aesthetic, like the groovy flower power kind of thing. So I kind of ended up combining that with Pride Month, and this whole bullet journal for June is going to be pretty colorful. Lots of rainbow colors. So right now I'm just drawing in, outlining my cover page, which is just June, and then on the right is my calendar for the month. I find this helpful to have a calendar just to keep track of any readathons that I'm planning on doing, when live shows are for my book clubs that I do. That's very helpful. And then I did the June font in this groovy kind of font that I found online. And it reminds me of like I said, the flower power, Scooby-Doo. If you're a fan of Scooby-Doo, I'm a huge fan, in case you didn't know. And then I'm just going to, all the stripes that I did across, I'm just going to be coloring in and making it kind of look like a rainbow. So I started with yellow in the middle, and I'm using these Posca paint pens to do this. I have these, but I haven't used them yet. So I decided I wanted to try them out and see how they did with this bullet journal, to see what kind of drawings I want to use them for. And they seem to work fairly well. The only thing was, it was really hard coloring in around the boxes for the days of the month, because my Posca paint pens are pretty big, as you can see. I think they make them, I know I've seen the black and white Posca paint pens in smaller, but I'm not sure if they do the rest, the other colors in a small bit. I've seen lots of people use these. I've seen people use these for a lot of different things, where you can use them on more than just paper type of media. I've seen people do these on phone cases and color in their own phone cases. Honestly, any type of media that you can find. But like I said, I'm just thought I would kind of try them out and see what I thought. I did find later on, I thought it was kind of hard to use them on top of one another. It may have just been that I just wasn't waiting long enough for them to dry before going in with a different color on top, or they may just not work well if you layer them. I'm not really sure. If you will notice, so my rainbow isn't actually in the correct rainbow colors. So the rainbow, it's supposed to be red, orange, yellow, then green and blue. But a lot of the pictures that I was finding when I was trying to find inspiration for the 70s type of aesthetic, if they had a rainbow, it was in this order, where the blue actually came before the green, which I thought was interesting. I'm not really sure if there's a reason behind that, but that's how it was. So that's how I decided to do my rainbow, is have the green come after the blue. I think it gives it just a little bit different instead of like your typical type of rainbow. And then on the side, I kind of wanted to give it a little bit more dimension and make the stripes look like they're starting to like move, like come off the page. So that's why I did them kind of at like an angle. And now I'm using my Olive Acrylograph like black pen to color in the letters for June. I decided to go back to this and try it out. I was having a little bit of problems with it. So the rest of my bullet journal, I don't actually use it. I think I just used it for my cover page with June. And then after that, I just went in with my black micro pen. Yeah. So then the next page, I decided to do a TBR for June. So this is how I typically do my TBR pages. I'll probably fill out more than just these 2 boxes. But yeah, I just have like a box on the side, which I'll use as like a check mark. Right above those long like rectangular boxes, I'll put the title of the book that I'm wanting to read. And then the long boxes I fill in if I actually completed that book, or if I only got like part of the way through it, then I'll only color in maybe like halfway, depending on how far I got into the book. But then if I read the whole book, I'll color in the whole thing. And then at the top, I decided to do the rainbow colors to kind of box in my TBR. Then on the next page is going to be my days read, which I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it'll look really cool when it's all the way colored in. So I'm just writing in days read, again in that like groovy 70s or 60s, whatever type font, in a little heart. And then like these like waves almost. And those are going to be, I'm going to number those with all of the days of the month. And then when I read a book on those days, then I'm going to color it in. And of course, since again, this is Pride Month and this is my Pride Month theme, bullet journal, reading journal, all of those are going to be colored in with the colors of the rainbow. And it's going to be super bright and super pretty, and I can't wait. And now I'm going to color in the heart red. And I tried to stick to, besides my TBR page, the rest of the bullet journal, and then one other page. The rest of the bullet journal, I'm trying to keep to just those 5 initial colors on my cover page. So the red, orange, yellow, blue, and green. And then like black for like lettering if I want to. So like this page, I'm going to color in the days read in black. So here you can see I decided to skip using the acrylograph pen because I was tired of it and I didn't want to try to finagle it and make it work. So I just used my biggest micro pen that I have, which I think is like 08. But anyway, so the rest of the bullet journal will just be in those same colors, the red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, to kind of keep to like the theme. Okay. Then this is going to be my YouTube planner page. I found this, like my last couple months that I've used this, to be very helpful with helping me remember what ideas I have for videos, and like when I film them, and making sure I edit and then post them, because before I noticed I would film something and then totally forget that I would film it and then not really do anything with it. So this will help me out. I'm also wanting to try to get in a better habit of like maybe starting like a schedule of when I post videos. So I have like a calendar on the next page to kind of help me keep in mind, like maybe whichever days I pick, like keeping to a schedule of posting videos. And then at the bottom, I'm going to use space for just ideas for videos. And I'll put them down there. And at the top, I did the, again, like the groovy 70s type font. And I'm just erasing all those pencil lines. I would not be able to do this freestyle without drawing in with pencil first. I know some people do that, and I don't know how. I would mess up so much. And then I'm going to color in the font with this blue, and for the most part the rest of this, like just anywhere that I'm just kind of coloring in space where I'm not doing like layering of colors, I'm using the Crayola markers. I'm not 100% sure what the Crayola markers are called. It's kind of like floated out of my mind at the moment. I'll make sure, like with all of these videos, I'll list out all of my supplies down in the description box. And then just trying to make that yellow and my green like little flower pop. And then that like circle thing, I just saw that in like an image of like 70s aesthetic type images, and there I just used like a little post-it to try to like dab off some of the paint. So kind of like my last page with the YouTube planner, I'm trying to get more involved in my Instagram account. So this is going to be my Instagram planner page, again, to try to help me plan out like what posts I want to do, help me plan out what like types of pictures I need to take and when I need to post them, and maybe try to get like on a schedule of like posts. And I'm just wanting to be a little bit more consistent with my YouTube and my Instagram page, and I think that'll help me out a lot. So last month I found it was helpful if I listed out all of the days of the month, and then each day that I have something that I want to do, whether it's some sort of like trend or hashtag, like for instance, Step Back Saturday always happens every Saturday. So like all those days of that month, I'll write Step Back Saturday, and then I'll write down like what I want to do for that day. So I can make sure I keep to the schedule and I know what like books I need to find to take pictures of and when I need to post them. And then I'm just coloring in this title in red. And then doing a little bit of green in my blue flower. And then the next page is going to be pretty typical for all of my reading journals. I'm splitting this page into half. Its top half is going to be my anticipated releases, so all the books that I'm excited for that are coming out in the month of June, and the bottom will be my stats. So at the end of the month, I'll write down like the number of books that I read and genres and star ratings that I gave books. that kind of thing. And then I'm just drawing little hearts on the top corner. Again, I just saw this in like an image for 70s aesthetic kind of things. The next page is my goals page, so I'll write down all of the goals that I have for the month with little like check boxes next to them, so when I've met those goals I can check it off my list. And of course I had to do a lava lamp. I had a couple lava lamps actually when I was younger, and they were so much fun. I don't know why they were fun, but it's just amazing just kind of like looking at them with like the lava-y, I don't even know what it is that's in there, just kind of floating around. I love them. And then these, I'm kind of doing my like rainbow, my 70s type rainbow thing. On the left side is going to be my favorite like quotes and favorite books. So I'll write down like any quotes that I like from books here, and then I'll paste in images of my favorite books of the month. And then the right side I'm going to use as my brain dump page. I've noticed since I've made more designated spots for ideas for like Instagram and YouTube that I haven't really used my brain dump page as much. So I've only really needed one page. If this changes, I'll probably just add in another page in, or like my next month, I may make it 2, but so far I'm okay with just the 1 page. And then again, I'm coloring these in with the Crayola markers. I think these are the fine tips, maybe. Again, it'll be linked down below, whatever these markers are. Just coloring it in that weird rainbow. And the last page is going to be, so for June, this is going to be like kind of a personal goal for me, but I am putting on here, and I'll mention it in another video. I'm also mentioning it on Instagram that I'm wanting to, what I'm calling reading the rainbow, again for Pride Month. So I'm basically, what I'm wanting to do is just reading different books with colors of the rainbow. They don't necessarily have to have a rainbow on the cover, but just like for red, I'm planning on reading a book with a red cover. Orange, I'm going to read a book with an orange cover, and so on and so forth. And I'm also trying, me personally, I'm trying to pick books that feature LGBTQ plus characters, or they are written by LGBTQ plus authors. Since, like I said, it's Pride Month, I want to try to read those to represent. Well, I mean, I'm not representing. I personally don't identify as LGBTQ plus, but I think it's important that we read more diverse books, and we read more of these type of characters, and again from these type of authors, have more representation. So in my rainbow, I'm coloring it as the actual rainbow, but I'm also adding in pink, brown, white, and black, so I can try to get books in that spectrum as well. So if you'd like to, please join in, try to read some LGBTQ books for Pride Month. But anyway, so here we are going through my final flip through of my June reading journal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button. And then if you want to see more videos by me, more bookish type videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks, guys.